Listen to Jacksonville Jaguars GM James Gladstone shut down the rumors that Travis Hunter is only going to be playing on one side of the ball in this next season. Let's go.
The phrase limited obviously is usually used for a player about physically going to be limited in terms of the number of reps, number of,
Yeah.
things that he can do based on his health. But when you're talking about a guy who can play both sides of the ball, I'm wondering if limited is also another word that you might use for how you're going to use him, James.
Oh, I
Is
like it. You could have asked that a little bit more directly. Like,
All
is
right, let
he
me do it.
playing
Yeah,
both ways?
yeah. Oh no, James.
No.
No, I admit I didn't want to be. I didn't. I was testing your your anti
Yeah,
fragility.
yeah.
So what do you think? Are we done with the two-way with him or not?
Absolutely not. No, he is set to play both sides of the ball.
Okay.
The piece that I think we can expect to see is actually an uptick in corner usage, right? Last year it was a higher volume, higher percentage of wide receiver usage than it was corner. I think we can expect to see that corner percentile and count go up as we move forward. That's not to say anything impacts his availability and usage on offense. It just means that cornerback usage will increase.
Why do you choose that side of the ball to increase rather than the other?
It's not to say that it won't increase on offensive either, but it was lower on the defensive side this past season. We also have a different defensive cornerback room, and the bodies are different than they were a year ago. Our roster construction is different than it was a year ago, so it's more fitting to slot him in at corner in a different way than it was at this time last year or even as the season progressed.
What does he want to do? He doesn't. Obviously, we don't get to chat with him too much. What does he? What? Speaking for him, if you don't mind, what does he want to do?
Yeah, he wants to play both ways, and he wants to do exactly what he set out to do when he first started putting that into action all those years ago, and that's his dream, and we'll look to support that in the best way that we can, and be able to do what we feel like is in the best interest of winning football games, and that's putting him in the position to do what he does best, and usually that's with the ball in his hand, and it's defending some of the best receivers, and so it's an exciting element and one that we feel like we're going to reap the rewards of, and look forward to bringing it all to life.
All right.